Just when I thought Donald Trump's ego couldn't get even bigger, I swear Trump's presidency thrives on mocking other leaders. He's like the school hall bully that gets a rise out of subduing the smaller new kids on the block. Now, during a meeting with the leaders of several African nations at the White House, President Donald Trump took a pause on Wednesday to compliment Liberian President Joseph Bokai's command of the English language. He was not even complimenting him, he was shocked that he can speak English. Trump never misses an opportunity to be racist and wrong, and every day he finds a new way to be embarrassing.
I just want to thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, thank you. It's such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where?
Asking the president of Liberia where he learned English when it's literally the official language is peak ignorance. I'm pretty sure being blatantly offensive is not how you go about conducting diplomacy, but this is Trump. Trump is surprised that an African head of state is fluent in English despite Liberia being an English-speaking country. I mean, English is the official language in Liberia. This reinforces the stereotype that African leaders or people aren't expected to be articulate or well-educated. It centers a Western perspective as if fluency in English is exceptional for someone African rather than normal. But I'm not surprised at the fact that he mocks, undermines, and doesn't take African leaders for shit. He repeatedly showed how ignorant he is about Africa and its issues. He literally told the world that he doesn't know where Lesotho is. No one has ever heard of such a country. I mean, this was his excuse of cutting financial aid to the country.
Dollars to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of.
He referred to Africa as a shithole.
In 2018, Donald Trump, in his first term as US president, made headlines for his allegedly unsavory description of Haiti and Africa as whole countries.
He talks down on the African leaders over them and never really sees them as his counterparts.
You allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
No, nobody can
and then
take
when
land.
they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is quite...
Nothing happens to them.
We have now
The
been
farmers are
utilized...
black. The farmers are not black.
But the blame can't be solely on Trump. While Trump's comment may have been a microaggression, the deeper issue lies in how some African leaders continuously position themselves for condensation by the West. I know that's right. You guys keep pushing yourself in positions where you are disrespected by relying heavily on foreign aid, upholding outdated colonial laws, and readily answering the call of Western powers without demanding equal footing. They often reinforce a perception of dependency and submission. That's what your leaders are doing in the West. I mean, this lack of assertive sovereignty not only undermines their own dignity, but also fuels the narrative that Africa must seek validation or approval from former colonizers, making it easier for the West to mock, patronize, or dismiss them. The man literally slapped some African countries with a hefty tariff. I mean, calling him "sir" is a stretch. Can you see this man, the Liberian president, busy saying, "Hi, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir"?
Were you educated where?
Yes, sir.
In Liberia?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting.
And the way Trump is just sitting there with his ego, with his boastful voice, his assertiveness, his dominant assertiveness on them, it's scary. And you are sitting there like a school child in trouble in the principal's office, busy saying, "Yes, sir, no, sir, yes, sir." After he asked you, how can you even speak English? Where have you been educated? As if English is, I don't know, as if English is the mother tongue of all mother tongues and not everybody's privy of knowing such a language. No, he's undermining our quality of life. He's undermining the ability of our countries to provide good education for their kids, for the citizens, for their children. He's undermining our efforts to making our countries great. But also we give him the position to undermine us. We put ourselves in position to be undermined by constantly asking for foreign aid, by constantly being dependent on them, by constantly going to their country countries when they summon us like the little kids that we are. You know what? African leaders are never beating the allegations of being called colonial clerks, colonial managers. You guys are never beating the allegations. You guys keep putting yourself in these positions and then you cry wolf. And then you come back home and say, yeah, Donald Trump lacks decorum. Donald Trump is disrespectful. Donald Trump, meh. But you guys keep putting yourself in positions to be disrespected and be disregarded in that manner. So it's not Donald Trump's fault. At some point, the African leaders need to look at themselves in the mirror and say, yeah, no, we are little boys and girls that are schooled by the Western powers, and we are allowing them, and we are allowing these Western powers, these European Unions, the United States, to come in Africa as they please. They slap us with heavy tariffs, but yes, they slap us with heavy tariffs, but when they want resources, we open up our countries without shame. We open up our countries with our hearts, on our sleeves. We get played. They exploit us. They treat Africa like their own personal backyard, their own personal piggy bank, and we allow it. And how do we allow it? By subduing ourselves, acting inferior, and not taking our leadership positions seriously. I'm sorry, but I don't respect any African leaders, especially if you're gonna continue acting the way you're acting in front of your former colonial managers, your former colonial bosses, your former colonial masters. If you're gonna act like this and then you're gonna come back here at home and act like bullies, act like tough guys, and take out your stress on us, it's not gonna work. So I don't respect any African leaders unless they can look at themselves in the mirror and say, you know what, I too am deserving of great power. I too am deserving of being, their equal. I too am deserving to be seen as their counterpart and to be respected. And I too can summon them to my place, because I've never seen any African leader summoning Donald Trump or I don't know, these Western leaders. I've never seen them summon them, but we are the first to go everywhere. We are the first to go. Whenever they summon us, we are the first to go. Whatever they need, we answer that call. Why is that? I've never seen the European Union's doing a seminar in our country, or in our continent rather. But we are up and down. Whenever they call, we are there first. So yeah, no, I don't respect y'all unless you act right, unless you have that Traore power. Yeah, you are a bunch of sissies. And as such, you should be removed from positions because you're not even fit to lead. You don't see yourself as leaders. Why should we see you as leaders? Anyway, what do you think about this segment? Do comment to me here, right here on the Native Talk. Don't forget to like, share, and share the broadcast. Subscribe to this growing channel. Hopefully, we will get it to a place where we are, we are in the algorithm of YouTube. We are making waves on YouTube, and our message is becoming louder and clearer. And yeah, and just reaching deep enough for these Western powers to be shook by the message that we are portraying, or we are putting across. So please do subscribe to this YouTube channel. Help the community grow. Help us be in that algorithm. Thank you. My name is Renelo Murema. It has